Hey everybody, and welcome back to Bad Luck Garage. So I was planning to go to the drag strip today with the Corvette, but apparently the drag strip is closed today and tomorrow. I thought about going to Crossville, but it is a little over an hour drive, and I'm not sure if the weather's going to hold out. It is up on the mountain. We've had 3 days straight of rain here, so I wasn't sure if it would get rained out up there or whatever. So instead, what I decided to do, there were a lot of you asking questions about why I haven't worked on the Nova in a couple weeks, and questions about a few other things. The title of this video obviously has something to do with why I haven't worked on the Nova, so I'm going to get into that. And I also want to share some updates with you guys on the Corvette, some things I've done, some things that I'm going to be doing really soon, and why they're not done yet. The reason that I haven't done anything to the Nova in the last couple weeks is, well, the title of this video. I got screwed over by not one, but two eBay sellers in the same week. What happened was I actually put out and asked you guys for recommendations on a cheap fuel pressure regulator for the Nova, because, for those of you who haven't seen the video, what we're doing is I've got the complete fuel system sitting over here for the Nova for the LS swap, and we wanted to put nitrous on the Nova and take it to the drag strip with the 307 and the carburetor on it before I did the swap this winter. But in order to do that, I need a fuel pressure regulator that is capable of pulling or of holding the Walbro 250 pump down to about 6 psi. One of you guys reached out to me and said, hey, this NX regulator should do it. So I get on eBay because NX no longer has the regulator listed on their website. I couldn't find the part number anywhere except for on eBay, where there were two different sellers who had auctions up for this regulator. The first one that I went with was a seller that I've used in the past just for small stuff, spark plug wire, stuff like that, and it's called ASA Performance. They had an auction going and said they had 10 of these regulators in stock. They were $79 a piece. It was a little more than I wanted to spend, but the next closest regulator that I could find that claims to be able to do what I need it to do is almost $200. It's made by Aeromotive, and it's like their 130001 regulator, something like that. So anyway, I ordered this regulator up 2 weeks ago, and I'm like, great, I should get it, before the weekend, and we can do this whole fuel system thing on the Nova. My payment had already processed and everything. I'd get an email from this company, or from eBay rather, saying that my order was canceled due to buyer's request. So I contact the company and they're like, yeah, you called us and canceled. And I'm like, no, I did not call you and cancel. So they're swearing up and down that I called them and canceled my order. And I'm like, why would I cancel an order of a part that I need by this weekend to do, a video install on? That makes no sense to me. I said, and I know no one else called you because nobody knew that I ordered this regulator from this account. The only other person that would have access to the account would be my wife, and she doesn't know anything about it. So yeah, guys, it was bullshit. And so they kept arguing with me. So I decided to do a little research, and I checked this ASA Performance's feedback, and lo and behold, there are several other people who complained about the same thing. It said, seller canceled my order, claims I called and canceled. And just, there were several repeat negative feedbacks where they had apparently canceled people's orders without them canceling. And it made no sense to me. So the only thing that I could come up with is maybe they were out of stock, and it looks better on them if, on eBay, if they cancel it because the buyer requested it, than if they cancel because they listed something that they really didn't have. So, like I said, they had lots of negative feedback of people complaining about the same issue that they just did to me. So anyway, I tried to get them to make it right. I was like, look guys, I need this regulator in like 3 days. Can you send me one? I'll reorder, whatever. And they're like, no, we've already refunded you now, which, by the way, I didn't get the refund until 4 days later. But they're like, we already refunded you, so we've got no way to ship it out. And I offered to rebuy it, guys. So that tells me right there, basically what's going on is they didn't have the regulators that they said they had. And rather than owning up to their their mistake and admitting that they had items listed that they didn't actually have in stock, they decided to play the, no, you canceled it game, which was just completely ridiculous. But anyway, again, it's ASA Performance, and it is an eBay store. They do also have a website, guys, and they're, let's see, I think it's One Bad Camaro is the email address for their PayPal account. So yeah, if you see One Bad Camaro or ASA Performance, make sure you check their feedback. Anyway, yeah, I was pretty disgruntled about that because that screwed me out of, getting the nitrous put on the Nova. And I'm going to be honest, guys, I'm starting to wonder if I'm going to be able to get this done before the drag strip closes for the season, because I really want to do that nitrous video for you guys. But anyway, yeah, so that screwed me. So there was one other seller that had it in stock, but they were wanting $10 more. They were wanting like $89, and it said they had 5 in stock. I can't remember the name of that seller right now off the top of my head. I mean, I could look it up on my laptop. But yeah, okay, so the other seller was Auto Care Depot, and they claimed to have 5 of them in stock. It was $10 more than the ASA Performance seller, so I went ahead and ordered one up because this is like the only regulator I could find for less than $175, $200 to do what I needed it to do. And they canceled my order the next day too, guys, again, after my payment had already processed. I just finally got my refund back from them yesterday. It just finally posted to my PayPal account. So but they were honest about it. They said we had to cancel your order because we didn't have any in stock. So I go back on eBay and I'm like, okay, well, you've still got the same listing up, and it said 5 in stock when I ordered, and now it says 4. So it's like you sold one to me, but then you're refunding my money, and you've still got the auction open, and it says that you've still got 4 left. So what's the deal with that? And to my best knowledge, today, which is 4 days after this happened, they still have not taken the auction down, guys. So they're selling crap they don't have, and I guess Nitrous Express doesn't have these parts on their website anymore. So I guess they're not making these regulators anymore, so these guys don't have any way to get more in stock. So that's what I meant by, got screwed by an eBay seller. Actually, I got screwed by 2 eBay sellers. So, look out for that, guys. And my suggestion is, just like always, when you're dealing with eBay, make sure you read feedback. And if you find a part, like this regulator is a good example, you find a part and you go to the manufacturer's website and it's no longer listed, or it's a discontinued part number, there's a pretty good chance you're about to get screwed just like I did. That's why we haven't gotten the fuel system in the Nova yet, and that's why we haven't been able to do the nitrous install on the Nova yet. So for those guys who were asking about, hey, what's going on with the Nova, that's the issue. So what I did is I was able to find this cheap ass regulator right here. Oh, I forgot this was a touch screen. And for those of you who don't recognize it, this is actually a Chinese knockoff of the Aeromotive 13301 regulator. And that is the $200 regulator that I keep referring to as being the next cheapest regulator that is able to do what I need it to do. Well, as you can see, this one is $23.75, but it does ship from China, okay? I actually ordered this. When did I order this? Hold on, let me go back. Yeah, so I ordered this on September the 21st. If you guys have ever ordered anything from China, then when you order something from China, usually you get this. It lets you know when they ship it, but then you don't get any kind of updates again until it arrives at your house. So I have no idea when this is coming. I ordered it 7 days ago. It's still not here, and even when it gets here, I'm not sure if it's going to work for what we need it for, but we're going to find out. So there you go, guys. As soon as we get this regulator in from Hongqin Tangwang, China, as soon as the little 2-year-olds get finished assembling it and shipping it out, we will get the Nova over here. Hopefully it'll work. We'll get the LS fuel system in it with this regulator and be able to pull the pressure down and go ahead and do the nitrous install and do a track day. Now, I actually got a few other things I want to talk to you guys about. The Corvette, some of you have asked what's going on with the Corvette. It's the same story, guys. We're waiting on parts, okay? You guys know I've got several nitrous systems laying around. Well, initially the ZEX kit is going to go on the C5 project. The problem is I need to be able to tune it. In order to tune it, I need to be able to have a wideband on it. In order to have my wideband on it, I needed a gauge pillar pod. I'm waiting on that. Ordered a double gauge pillar pod that mounts to the driver's A-pillar. Hopefully it'll be here the beginning of next week. Once that's in, I will do an install video on the wideband, showing you guys how to put a wideband in, for those of you who don't know. We'll get that in. I know a lot of you guys are requesting tuning videos on the C5. Well, I'm going to try to do that for you. I actually went to Best Buy and ordered me a new microphone. Tested out. It seems to be working okay. So for those of you who've been asking for more tuning videos, I'm going to try to get that done for you. Once the gauge pillar pod gets here, we'll get that put in, get the wideband put in. After the wideband's in, we're going to tune it with the headers. And speaking of headers, questions about the headers from the install video, guys. Told you I'm going to be answering some questions in this video. Several people reached out to me and asked, did the headers really go in that easy? Okay, guys, I don't hide anything from you, okay? I don't hide anything. I might forget to put something in a video or something like that, but I do not hide anything, okay? Yes, those headers slipped right in from the bottom. No, I did not take the steering shaft loose. No, I did not take the starter off. No, I did not jack the engine up or take the engine mounts loose. These headers went right in from the bottom. Now, this is a 2002 C5 and it is an automatic, guys. So I cannot attest. I don't know if there were year-to-year changes where maybe they redid something or put something in the way, but I know one of you guys posted in one of the header install videos, I can't remember if it was part 1 or part 2, that you couldn't get your headers in, that they were hitting the transmission tunnel, that you had to disconnect the steering. Okay, I'm going to say this. First off, I have no idea if there were any changes from year to year on these cars that may have caused you to have to do that, but I can't really see that there would be. So the only thing that I could think is either you were sent the wrong headers, or something's messed up at the factory and the headers that you received were built wrong, or like I said, a year-to-year change. I don't know. Maybe on the manual cars there's less room. I don't know. I think maybe the clutch slave cylinder might be mounted on the firewall down there that might prevent you from getting it in. Maybe that's why people have to take the steering loose to clear, so they can come up further up with the header. I have no idea. And there's also, and don't take this the wrong way, guys, I'm not insulting you if you're trying to install these headers, but I cannot tell you how many times I have tried to install something, headers included, on other vehicles, not this one, but I have fought with it and fought with it and fought with it, and I'm like, this just don't fit, and then had a friend or a family member come over and slide that part right in, okay? Sometimes it's all about perspective. It's like putting a puzzle together, guys. You fight with it, and you're like, there's no way this is possibly going to fit. And then your buddy with an IQ of 76, who's drunk as hell off Pabst Blue Ribbon, comes over, and yes, this is based on a true story, comes over and grabs your header and goes clunk clunk, and it slides right in there. The shit does happen, guys. So, like I said, Ray slid both of mine right in from the bottom. I didn't unbolt anything other than what I showed in that video. All I did was the starter wires and everything on the passenger side, I held them back against the firewall as he brought the head or pushed the header up, and then I grabbed the top and kind of guided it a little bit and wiggled it, and it went right in. Same thing on the driver's side, guys. He pushed it in from the bottom. I had to hold a ground strap and some other wire back, and they slid right in. I mean, like what you saw on video is actually how it happened, guys. They just popped right in. So if you're fighting with it, I really don't know what to tell you. I didn't have any issues with them hitting the transmission tunnel. Now I did have the issue I mentioned where it was kind of crooked, but it wasn't hitting anything. So I don't know, guys. Like I said, different years, different transmissions. Maybe that's the issue. Could be they sent you C6 headers in X-Pipe instead of C5. I don't know, but if you're having that much difficulty getting them in, something's got to be wrong. I mean, as far as I know, I think something's probably wrong. You've either got the wrong setup, or like I said, maybe you're just not seeing it the right way, and you're struggling, and maybe you just need a new set of eyes on it. One other thing that I wanted to say about the header install is, not in the comments, but actually on a couple websites that I posted the video on, I was accused of lying about not needing the O2 extension harnesses, okay? I don't know why people got to be assholes, even when you show them the proof. I think you can even see in the video where the O2 sensors were screwed in. But anyway, just to show you guys, I'd said in the video, I actually ordered extension harnesses, but they hadn't arrived at the time of the install. Well, here I am a week later. You guys have already seen the installs done. Here are the harnesses, the extension harnesses that I ordered because Speed Engineering on their website said I would need them. Didn't need them, guys. Did not freaking need them. So I guess maybe with some other headers, maybe the O2 sensor is further back or something and you need those. I don't know. But again, I don't hide anything from you guys. I didn't need the extension harnesses, okay? So, but now that I've addressed that, another thing I would like to address is I have been doing a lot of little stuff to the C5. I have not been recording it. The reason I have not been recording it is because, quite honestly, you guys don't want to watch it. Or the majority of you don't. And when I do like small little update videos, all I get is a bunch of people saying we don't give a shit about that. So that's why I've not been recording it. That's why we're probably going back down to one video a week. Maybe two on a weekend I don't have to work. But basically all I've been doing, guys, is I've been installing interior lighting. I've replaced everything with LEDs. And it's not just for looks. I'm going to explain that in a minute. I've replaced all the lights on the outside of the car with LED lights. Now, those of you who know about C5s know they have a electricity drain issue, I guess you could say. They are known for that. You leave them sitting for 4 or 5 days, sometimes the battery will go dead, things like that. So yes, I like the way the white LED lights look, but in addition to that, it's less power draw on the electrical system, on the charging system. So, it's kind of a win-win. It looks cool, and it also reduces power drain. So that's why I've been doing it. I didn't figure you guys wanted to see me stick a bunch of LEDs in all the interior lights and in the side markers and corners and license plate and backup lights. I didn't figure you guys wanted to see that. So that's why I haven't been recording it. I'm going to try to not bore you guys to death with, I guess, the little stuff like that. Now, speak up if you want to see little stuff like that, then I will start recording it again. But based on the response that I get when I do the headlight videos and things like that, you guys don't care about that. So there's no point in me spending hours trying to record it and edit it when I could just get it done in 30 minutes if I'm not worried about it, if nobody's going to watch the videos anyway. So the one exception to that rule is, of course, sponsored videos, such as the LED headlights that I did, and I've got an update on that as well. With the sponsored videos, I have to record it, guys. That's how it works. I mean, if someone sends me a product to review, I have to record it. I have to make a video of, you know, the review and what I think about it, and that's how I get, you know, sponsored products sent to me. That being said, I make it perfectly clear. I think I've actually showed you guys emails on old videos because people accuse me of pushing junk. I make it perfectly clear whenever a company reaches out to me and asks me to review their product. I make it perfectly clear that you know, they're going to get an honest review. If I don't like it, I'm going to say I don't like it. If there's issues with it, I'm going to tell you issues with it. And we had some issues with the headlight video, and you know, I made those issues apparent in the video. Well, one issue that we did not have that one of you actually said something about in the comment section was, apparently some people, when they install these LED lights on the C5 Corvettes, they have an issue where there's not enough load on the circuit, I guess, that senses it, and you have to either put the high beams on or the headlights won't go down when you shut the headlights off. So I've not personally had that issue. I have driven the car at night twice since then. I've not had the issue, but I did reach out to Auxbeam, and I told them, I said, well, some people have expressed concern about this issue, and this is what they said. They said they have heard of the issue and they have a solution. So they actually sent me these. And these are some kind of CAN bus decoders. See if I can get these bags open. All right, guys, so these plug in between your low beam light, I guess, and your factory wiring harness, and this actually apparently allows your headlights to work properly going up and down if you're having that issue. So just so you guys know, the headlights, the link is in the headlight review video that I did last week. But if you do get headlights, LED headlights for your C5, and you're having that issue, if you contact Auxbeam, you can get some of these CAN bus adapters or decoders or whatever they're called. Now, I'm not putting them on my car at the moment because I'm not having the issue, but you know, if I notice the issue in the future, I've got them and I'll stick them on there. Now, the last thing I want to cover in this video is I actually did a video, and it's one of those that didn't get many views, but I did a video on the hood seal and the little American flag decals that I got from CorvetteMods.com. I did that video a while back, and in that video, the hood seal that they sent did not function as it should. If you want to go back and watch that video, you can, but you know, it's in the C5 playlist along with this video. But yeah, the hood seal that they sent was just super thin. It didn't work. So I actually got back on eBay and I ordered a different hood seal from Stripe Classics. I have already put the hood seal on the car. Again, I didn't figure you guys would want to see that, so I didn't record it. But this is a piece of the hood seal that I got from CorvetteMods.com. You see how tiny this is? This is the piece that I cut off because it was too long. This is a piece of the hood seal that I got from Stripe Classics. You can see this is a huge, huge difference here. All right, in thickness. This has more like 3M double adhesive tape, where this just, I don't know what this had. And I'm not gonna lie, it stuck pretty good. The problem is it was too thin and it didn't seal my hood the way it's supposed to. Hopefully you can see, you know, this is the new hood seal. Nice beefy piece here. And when you shut the hood, this one actually seals down in here. So, you know, no more dirt getting all over the engine bay, no more water getting on my filters. I mean, this one is sealed. If you remember in the last video, I actually had a credit card and it was just sliding right through here. Like that other seal just wasn't working at all. But anyway, I'm actually going to put a link to the eBay seller that I got this seal from in the description of this video. And I may go ahead and put a link in the description of the video that I originally did on installing the hood seal. Now an update on another piece that I also got from CorvetteMods.com that has not worked out, and that is the little emblem stickers that I paid, I think, $25 for. I don't know if you guys can see this on camera, but yeah, the sticker has shrunk up away from the edges. It is also faded out badly. You can see it looks more like a tattered flag. And if you go back and look, I think that video was only done a month ago. So this has only been on the car for 1 month. I have only washed this car once. You can tell it's filthy. And this decal already looks this horrible. So I'm just going to peel it back off now. And you can see it was just, it was a sticker. For $25, I really thought it was going to be like a bubbled out insert like this, but it wasn't, guys. I paid $25 for 2 little stickers like this that didn't even last a month, and they're already faded out and looking like garbage. So now I'm gonna have to take my Goo Gone and clean all the stickum off the original badge. But just letting you guys know, unless you want to replace, pay $25 to replace it every couple weeks, yeah, you probably don't want to use these. And you can see the one on the back's in even worse shape than the one on the front. And again, these have only been on here for a month. But the Bad Luck Garage sticker is doing good. Check that out. Woo! And no, I still don't have these yet, guys. I actually found somebody who I'm going to get to start making these for me. But I haven't ordered any yet. Actually, I don't have to order them. He lives pretty close here. It's actually my son's old robotics teacher. Her husband does vinyl decals, and he had offered once before to make them in bulk for me. So I've got to get with him and find out what he's going to charge to just, I'll probably buy them from like 20 at a time or something, for those of you who've been wanting to buy them. I just haven't done it yet. But they're coming, guys. They're coming. Until then, you could always go to the link in the description here and get you a Bad Luck Garage t-shirt. Or a Bad Luck Garage flag. I've even got coffee cups, guys. That was something I did just for my mom, pretty much. But yeah, they're available under that link too. So, all right, so that pretty much covers it, guys. I do want to go to the drag strip next weekend. I'm not sure yet what drag strip I'm going to go to, but my plan is if some of these parts come in that I need, I'd like to go ahead and get the wideband installed and start doing a little bit of tuning, guys. Maybe throw some more timing in it. We've got the headers on it now. Those weren't on there the last time we took it to the track. The car is also untuned still, so from what I've heard, you can pick up about a half a second on these things, just with a decent tune from stock. So I'm hoping that holds to be true, and I'm hoping that I can put a good enough street tune on it once I get my wideband installed to make that happen. Maybe at least get us down in the mid to low 8s. That would, with the way the car currently sits, that's what I'd like to see. I'd like to see low to mid 8s. We got more coming, guys. I mean, I still got to put a stall in it, shift kit. We still got to do the eBay cam springs, and of course the nitrous. I want to say I've actually reached out to an eBay store. He makes custom switch panels for your nitrous, your line lock, cutouts. He makes these custom switch panels that go in your ashtray or, in your dash. It depends on the car, but he makes these for all kinds of different cars. I have one of those on my way. I contacted him. He was able to do everything exactly the way I wanted it, customize it just for me personally, the button colors I wanted and everything. So once that gets here, we're just going to start throwing parts on, guys. We're going to throw the nitrous system on. We're going to throw the line lock on. You know, I'd like to get a bottle heater and a bottle opener. Those are two things that I've actually never had with all the nitrous installs that I've done on various vehicles. I've never had an opener or a heater. I've always had to heat it with a torch, which is dangerous, and I've always had to just open the bottle myself, or actually my oldest daughter used to open the bottle for me years and years ago in a little Honda I had. But we've got all those install videos coming. Like I said, just waiting on parts. So I have to ask you to be patient, and it is going to come together next weekend. Hopefully I'll go to the drag strip. I don't know if it's going to be Knoxville or Crossville or where I'm going to go. I'm going to figure that out, but hopefully we'll get it to the drag strip next weekend. So thanks for watching. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, share it, get out in the garage, get something done, and I'll see you next time here on Bad Luck Garage.